Today's topic, take advantage of the resources around you. Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we bring you a tip, trick, or insight to help you uplevel what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and of course, your business. Today, I just walked back into the house because I just got back from a trip to Smith Rock, just outside of Bend, Oregon. Now, this is world famous for rock climbers, but the majestic beauty of this location is unparalleled. It's one of the most beautiful places that I've been to, and I've traveled all over the world. And so the reason I bring this up to you is I was amazed at how few people there were there. And of the people that were there were a lot of people from around the world, but there weren't a lot of Oregonians or local people, or even people from the Western United States. And this always amazes me. In fact, my wife and I are lucky enough that we travel a lot, and we travel all over the United States in particular, and we don't run into as many people that are business owners or people that are from the United States. It's a lot of families traveling, from Europe or from Asia. And I'm always amazed to see those different cultural mixes and that they're taking advantage of the resources that we have here in the United States. Now, same thing happens when I go overseas. When I'm traveling, whether it be South America, Europe, or Asia, what I often see are families taking advantage of those resources. Yet here in the United States, I don't see it quite as much. Now, granted, it was a Friday, and luckily my author of Your Own Story lifestyle is happening, so I'm able to pull up and go wherever I want to, when I want to. And that's what I want for you, if that's something you're interested in. But again, what amazed me is when we came back into town, the kind of common places, the breweries, or the places like the Walmarts and the Kmarts were packed. They had cars out in the parking lot. And so I knew that people had time to do things, but yet they weren't taking advantage of the resources around them in terms of the sheer beauty. Now, this I can relate to a lot of my clients when I first started coaching. Oftentimes what they would do is get home from their typical 9 to 5, or if they're business owners, it would really be like a 6 to 6 type work environment. And then they'd sit on the couch and they'd watch TV. They'd watch their 2, 3, 4 favorite TV shows rather than going out and taking advantage of all this world has to offer. And I think back about myself. And when I was really kind of in the hustle phase, and I'd be so tired after work, and I wouldn't be as able, or at least as willing, to open my eyes to what was around me. And that's when I made a shift. And that's what I want to open you up to, is the possibility that oftentimes we get so stuck in this narrow-mindedness that we don't take advantage of the resources around us. The parks, the things that our community can actually give, the nightlife that you might have around you, or just a walk around your neighborhood rather than just sitting on your couch or in front of your computer screen on social media. So what I want you to do, or I invite you to do, is grab your journal, write out your 5 to Thrive, and look in those 5 key areas, right? We use the 5 to Thrive because it's a holistic representation of a business owner's life, right? You have your mind, you have your body, you have your soul, you have your relationships, and you have your business. And almost everything can fit in one of those containers. Now, when you look in those containers, where are you being lazy? And be honest with yourself, and not taking advantage of the resources around you. Now, I know for myself, when I wanted to learn a foreign language, I just looked down and I actually know many, many native Spanish speakers. So that's a resource I could take advantage of. In the area of my body, my wife is actually a well-known strength coach. That's a resource. I have tons of friends out there in the fitness community. And it comes to other areas. Maybe it's business for you. Maybe you're not taking advantage of the resourcefulness and resources that are around you in your area. So I invite you to consider that, write that down. Now, as you look at these, what I want you to do is look at each of these categories that you have here and look at them and say, hey, where am I not taking advantage of resources that I want to take advantage of? Now, it's okay to be selfish in this way and go out and enjoy life. That's what this is all about. I want you to be the author of your own story, so you're dictating the path that you choose to take and not just blindly sedating yourself by sitting down, watching TV, having a cocktail or 2 or 3 or a glass of wine or whatever it is for you, and then regretting, looking back a year or 2, 10 years later, as many people do, and realizing that you haven't done the things that you wanted to in life. That's it for me today. Find me on social media if you're not sedating, and I'd love to talk to you. Go over to authorofyourownstory.com and go ahead and click on the subscribe on the newsletter. I'd love to have you on our newsletter so you get more tips, tricks, and updates delivered right to your inbox each and every day. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy dinner with my family. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.